Not long after you went back without the time stone, you went to the second location in France, September 1st, 1394. It's 3 p.m., starting to be afternoon, and although it's supposed to be sunny, it's kind of dark all over. Rainy, foggy, cloudy. You all appear in the distance of medieval Paris. The buildings probably don't look as good as the artwork here.
The Eiffel Tower also doesn't exist yet.
And everything is dilapidated. You don't see a lot of movement from where you are. There's some scattered trees. You're kind of on like a hill looking at everything. But yes, what does stick out to you is this massive metal tower.
The Eiffel Tower wasn't built till 1800s.
It's sticking up in the middle. The only one of you that would know what Crimson is blabbing on about is possibly Johnny. Because no one else knows anything about the
Let's
Eiffel
see.
Tower.
Well, he is incapable of retaining facts, so he would not know when this was originally built.
You being a modern person, you've heard of these wonders, so...
Yeah, I know it exists. I just don't know when it would have been built. I don't know if it's out of place right now or not.
So you're familiar with it. The rest of you have no idea. It's just a very large... And it itself seems to be emanating the mist out from the bottom. And amidst the cloud and rains, you swear you can see swarms of flying creatures around the top of it. As you look about, it is a desolate place. In the very distance, you hear coughing, someone stumbling and walking. You look around. All the buildings seem to be dilapidated, empty, or very sparse. Piles of dirt, things on fire, torches lighting in the mist. But in the distance, the tower. Also, you look at your wrist devices, and you see that it's counting down. It says 11, 59, 21 seconds as it keeps going down. And the compass thing that, as back in the uranium mine of the Czech Republic, it is pointing straight towards the tower. Many of you are weary, however. Let me see. Here are your characters.
It's the medieval times.
Right.
You guys are in the distance.
I was looking around for one of those things, but
this would have been before the 100 years were, so. Yes, I always thought Paris would be a bit nicer. It seems. Our compasses, they point to the tower?
Yes.
It would
But
appear
to
so.
get to the tower, there's an immense, it's a large city. Misty, foggy, sprinkled torchlights. And it should be a lot brighter, but it is dark. And the tower dominates the central area.
Perhaps we should get moving.
Make our ways for the tower.
I would have to agree. Let us make haste. Hopefully none of those strange people are here as well.
As you start walking down off the hill position that you could see the tower from, You get lower onto the street level and start walking on the outskirts, making your way. As you're walking, you see someone slumped up against a building, hunched forward, motionless.
Johnny will approach the man.
You approach.
Excuse me, sir. Are you doing all right?
No response. Motionless, slumped forward. Clothes seem to be very dirty. Mud about in the puddles.
Oh, he's but a beggar. Does anybody have any drachma? We might be able to tip the fellow.
Drachma. Coins?
Yes. Well, what type of currency would you use?
Man, currency is the tool of the man. We believe in free share and all work together, you know.
You have to work to earn your living, though.
But alas, now is not the time to discuss these ideological differences. We must.
The person has like a cloak covering their head, like maybe some hair stringing out underneath it, but slumped forward so you can't really see anything. But on his hands, they seem a little bumpy. They look weird, the one you can see.
Jack is immediately just gonna back into the shadows and watch the interaction.
He doesn't seem to be in a talking mood. Let us continue towards this dark tower.
That seems important to me, but I don't recall why. Oh well. Perhaps we should get moving.
Yeah. Let us hope this stone doesn't disappear on us as well.
As you leave the body and continue walking?
Yeah.
As you continue walking.
Yes, I comment about how peasants die all the time. Not my problem.
As you turn in the corner, you start walking. You see a little bit up the street, 2 horses with men on them, wearing armor. One of them has a sword out, and and one behind has a torch, and they're clip clopping, looking over, and there's more of these bodies, similar to the one you passed by.
Johnny's gonna wave to the man.
Wow.
Hail, good sir.
They stop with their horses. And then they approach slowly.
Might you be? I think. Thank goodness, someone that can be reasonable with us.
Il sait c'est quoi? Sangle bleu, le sangle.
And once again, I can't speak their language. Anybody have any clue what they're saying?
Et c'est le quoi? On sait le con, c'est le water, c'est mon water. La bière, le fort.
I'll turn to y'all. Any clue what they're saying?
I have no idea. We come to the tower, and we come to the tower.
You point.
Nos rechaçons des choses étranges. Et aviez-vous?
Ah. You're breaking into your babble ability, and it's kind of rough at first.
C'est quoi? Sangle bleu?
They look at each
Sacre
other.
bleu?
This one pulls up, and they talk to each other.
Et c'est de France? Oui, oui. Is it tower?
So you look at them, Jack, Johnny, and maybe Oda. you're probably familiar with the Western Knights. Unlike the tokens, though, they have...
The breastplate I have was designed after the Nambe,
Ah,
the Portuguese, you know.
so
Which would have been a little bit later, but these guys, yeah, I recognize it.
you recognize the style. The only thing that's different from anything you guys have seen or would think is normal is their helmets are elongated with beaks. And also their horses. They seem to have these pouches around the hood, and you can see flowers and stuff coming out.
There's no vision in those helmets. That's why you stick to Spartan helmets. As I point to their helmets, and I point to my helmet that I have at my hip.
They look at each other and they whisper in French, and they continue speaking as Johnny can now understand. Everyone else, you just hear, but Johnny, you start to understand the front one. He says, "Who are you foreigners that come here? You do not seem to be infected like the rest. Why do you point at the Dark One's tower?"
We believe that there is something that is causing this from there. We have... Okay, sorry, I was just making sure I can lie, which I can. Using my spin identity ability.
I was going to do the same damn thing.
I think does that cost a point? I forgot. Anyways, we have come from the king to, or we've come from the royal health advisory to investigate. No, we've come from the Royal Society of Strangeness to investigate oddities going on.
Ah. There has been much oddities for quite some time. We are not familiar with this organization, but you seem to fit the description. We must take you to the nearby field hospital, and you will speak with the doctor there. It seems some of you are wounded, and you carry strange weaponry.
Yeah, it's just part of our daily lives. We collect many odd things throughout it.
Violence will not be tolerated, but you may...
Oh, no, I agree. I do not believe in violence.
Well, you may need to use violence to defend yourself, as the darkness that has taken over this land for the past generation and seeps from the Dark One, from the tower that emerged several decades ago.
Wait, what? Hold on. The tower so the tower emerged, you said the Dark One. Who is it?
I can say no more. We must go to the field hospital. Perhaps the doctor can answer your questions. Which one of you... Jack, are you still creeping in the shadows?
Yeah.
Alright, GM Intrusion. 1 XP to you. And then
Okay.
1 XP to whoever you want, unless you refuse it. Suddenly,
Allow it.
out of the alley behind you, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Dun, 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 dun. As it reaches out to bite you, make a defense roll. These two, shling, pull out their swords.
Okay, you know what?
The horses rear up. A 29? What dice is that?
I think I rolled the wrong one. 19.
Ooh, minor effect. Okay, so it does not hit you. What do you do? As this, so this hand, it's like decayed of flesh, and it's got covered in warts, and that's really all you can see as you start to react.
With that minor effect, would I be able to, like, turn around and make an attack against him? Or no?
Do you have? Yeah. Honestly, you could like try to shoot it with your pistol if you were ready. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
He wouldn't have been ready for his pistol. More like he would have. he would spin around and like slam him against the wall and try to drive his knife into him.
All right, I'll allow it. Straight up. So you do so, pinning it against the wall. Everyone else, you just see suddenly, before you notice anything, you just see Jack spin around with his cane, and then you see him pinning a creature up against the alley wall. As you look at it, the jaw is like almost fallen off. Flesh is all decayed, warts, pus, disgustingness.
Oh my god.
The knights
not seem well.
shriek, "We must flee! We must flee! There will be more of them! Follow us!"
I'll also draw my sword just to get myself prepared.
And as you all stand there not doing anything, you see more.
We'll run after the knight.
These peasants, they've come. I do not have the coin to spare at the moment. Perhaps we should get moving.
Let us follow these knights.
Sir, your city's overrun by beggars.
As you pull your sword cane out, it falls down to its stomach and starts crawling, but it will be up again.
Yeah.
Out. Let us follow these knights. They seem to know where they're going.
Perseus, you get up behind the knights, running faster than anyone with your movement. What do you do, Jack? And Oda?
He'll Jack will put the blade face up into the crook of his arm and clean the blade off, put it back into its cane sheath, and walk up behind them
Very good.
with his face to the zombies.
As you're looking back, you see the one that crawling and then getting up that you stabbed and pinned, and out of that same alley, more coming, and occasionally a few stragglers. And you see some of the hunched over bodies, like the one that you saw before, start to kick their legs and twitch. The horses galloping at quite the speed. You have to really try and keep up, but Perseus is doing a good job. They round a corner, and you see like a bunch of spikes and barricades with plagued zombie still alive torsos like stuck on them.
I heard them. This time period was a bit brutal to the peasantry, but this seems a bit absurd.
All peasants deserve to die.
Yeah, that is a good question. Who did you give your second XP to?
Oda.
Ah. Oda, you have another XP point.
Yes.
Going after you turned right at the kind of barricaded intersection where many of the zombies were like dead and stuck. You have a long stretch down the street, and at the end there's a bunch of torchlight and tents, and it's barricaded off. And you see a bunch of not so well armored, more peasantry looking, but they've got spears, but they all have the plague doctor looking masks on as they open up the gates and have torches and spears coming out like they've done this before. The knights gallop into the field hospital, and Perseus is the first to run in. As you look back, you see the rest of your companions running, I presume. Jack taking his time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the intersection, some of them are starting to turn and stumble their way. One of the knights saying, "Ready a defense. We brought some back."
I've heard you've had good food here in France. Perhaps we could have some.
Sure. Unless if you like moldy cheese,
Sacre bleu!
be my guest.
What's cheese? What is this cheese?
No cheese in Japan.
Ah.
The gates are closed. The knights dismount. One of them does. You
me.
You four, come with me. As he starts walking through, he leads you. Through the field hospital, you see victims in tents. You see doctors. Using knives to cut boils and things. It's very disgusting. You hear people screaming, And then you also see a pile. Towards the front where you came in, a pile of corpses burning, of course. And most of the people have various...
No, for sure, but something doesn't seem quite right here. I know there was... perhaps I should have paid attention in class.
Have these soldiers said anything? I can't understand what they're saying.
You understand the
They're
screams
just
of
talking
pain.
about moldy cheese.
Can you ask them about what is wrong with their people?
As the
I don't think they know.
you go up to one big tent, and the knight opens the cloth, and inside there's like a central table, and there's a body kicking and screaming. Ah! I said, hold him down. There's a one doctor with an apron covered in blood spraying as he's like sawing off something. Nurses around in full gear. He comes away with like a full limb and tosses it into a trash can. And the limb is like covered in just rotten flesh and pus. And he says, "All right, seal that off." He spins around with the bloody apron. "What is it?" He takes the apron off and hands it to a nurse. "These 4 people from the strange... What was it again?"
Royal Society of Oddities.
Royal Society of Oddities. What the hell is that? It doesn't matter. Finish up here. I must go speak with them. Escort us to the manor. Yes, very well. This doctor comes out fully covered. He's got like tinctures and all kinds of things. Cool hat, plague doctor mask. And he walks past you all, giving you a quick glance behind the plague goggles. At the very back of the field hospital is a manor building that has been converted. And you all come inside. Or yes. So the knight, he walks behind the doctor as you all follow them. There's a few... Actually, there's no guard standing out. You go inside the manor building, and the knight stays on the porch as he shuts the door behind you guys. You come to a fire. There's a fireplace in this room, and like a dining table. And he sits at the end of it. Gets some glasses and fills it up. "I'm afraid we have little to offer, but this is some wine left over from before the plague. Please have a seat."
Oh, good. Not knowing what he's saying, I'll use Steven.
He says to take the wine and have a seat. Did
I'll
he just
grab,
pours?
I will grab the...
He places the 4 glasses at even areas, and he goes around filling them up. It's about halfway full. And he goes back and sits down at the end of the table.
Johnny will crumple up some of his shrooms and sprinkle them into his cup.
I'll sit down and stare at the glass before picking it up and sniffing it a bit.
It is wine. I hear French wine is some of the best.
Smells really good, actually.
Need to make sure it's not poisoned, though.
Smells
I do not think they'd poison us in this time.
like
We are representatives of the crown.
the best sweet
Can never be too...
wine ever. Better than any wine in all of Greece.
can never be too sure about with poison. The best time to poison someone is when they have their guard down, after all. As I'll sip the wine.
As you look out from this fireplace dining room area inside this medieval manor, you look towards the porch, you see the knight patrolling back and forth. And then further beyond, past the windows, the fires, the screams of the victims, and perhaps combat at the gate. But he continues to speak. So what does the Society of Oddities please us with their presence? Do you bring more medicine?
Fortunately not. We've come to investigate the tower, as the king would like to collect his tax from it.
Good luck. Anyone that goes near the tower is destroyed. Ever since that tower and the Dark One. Things have never been the same. It is my theory, although many say the gods would have had it none other way. I believe that this plague would have gone away long ago if that tower had not emerged.
It's probably the probably the British. It's probably them. The English.
Could very well be. But I don't think they're that powerful. Although they are quite powerful. He looks at Jack. Then looks back at you all. He takes
Do not worry, my friend. He is a spy for our side.
Very good. He takes off his plague doctor mask and sets it on the table. Older. Maybe early 50s. Worn face. Experienced. He takes the wine and sips. I'm afraid there is little I could do to help you.
Here's an image you can use. Here you go.
First order of business. Do you have another one of those masks?
I think we might be able to find some spares.
I would gladly like to use one in our escapades.
What is your plan? Walk to the tower and die? There's an army of citizens that have devolved into something other than else. Death does not take them. They only come back and serve the will of the Dark One, who patrols the top of the metal tower. I have heard it rumored he wields some sort of stone of darkness.
Before we do much, we do need to rest up a bit. We have had much heroin experience on our way here. As you can see, like indicates like everyone's like all cut up and bruised and beat up.
Of course. You may take what time you need. I will find what masks we have available. You may rest
Maybe
here
borrow-
in the rooms in this manor. And
Would you be able to spare any horse?
Make? No, I don't think we perhaps one, but it would be a death sentence for the horse for sure. We do not have many, as we lose the living daily to the dead. It is a constant struggle to keep the death and darkness at bay. We hold on to what little light there is.
Have you found a way to kill the dead?
Is this some kind of peasant uprising? Why are those peasants attacking so much?
They are no longer themselves. When they die to the disease, they come back as
Has
something that is devoid of a soul and in service to darkness.
have we tried praying to Hades? Maybe he is able to reclaim the souls.
Decapitation and burning seems to be two effective methods.
I would not. In Greek, he's going to say it, Perseus. I would not suggest we promote heresy amongst the people of this time.
You look at your
Harris,
wrist
what do-
devices. It's
what do you
counting
mean?
down from 11 hours, 30 minutes. It says 11:29 now.
Harris,
Speaking of gods other than the ones they worship, they tend to burn people at the stakes, I believe.
do they know? Do they no longer worship Zeus and the
A
others?
discussion for another time. Let us take a few moments to patch our wounds before we head on out.
I will find your masks. He stands up, takes he finishes the glass of wine, and sits the glass down, puts his mask back on. I will return with the masks. You may rest here. I'll be back in an hour. He goes out, shuts the door, speaks with the knight. He stays and watches you all as the doctor goes to get masks, presumably.
Johnny will sit down and start strumming a song on his guitar to help everyone else rest up. I am at a 1 hour heal currently. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, I'm also there with you.
I think I just got my 10 to 15 minute heal. Since I started after you guys.
7 points.
Very good. All right.
Let's see. I'll also heal.
All right. An hour is going by for rest.
How's the healing process go again?
So you've rested for an action, 10 minutes. Now you have to use an hour, and that's what Perseus and Johnny are doing, spending an hour to
Okay.
rest inside this.
I did
Yeah.
not do much healing.
Add another one to that. Yeah, +2. Here.
Okay, gotcha. So
Okay.
And then, Jack, do you want to?
Yeah, I'll.
You could probably do 2 if you
Yeah,
Actually-
you could do 2. We'll just do an extra 15 minutes for you.
Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, I'm not that. I'm really only missing like 2 points. So.
Oh.
Oh, you can't roll twice, Oda.
I wish I could roll twice. I rolled a
I
one.
mean,
on my healing.
unless you guys are spending 10 hours,
They only has
and
11
it would
hours
give
left.
you about 28 minutes to go to the tower and recover the stone.
We don't have time.
All right, so if you
I
get
would-
4 points
I
back.
Good.
But does he get +1 too?
Yes.
Okay,
everyone
so
gets-
you actually get 5 points back from your 1 hour rest. Crimson gets 3, Jykor gets 7, and then you got to roll.
Where,
It's
where's
one-
the +1 coming from? Sorry.
it's your tier level.
Okay.
So, and then you're
no.
getting an extra +1 because Johnny is playing his song. Yeah, +2 in total.
Perseus isn't able to sit still for most of the rest after hearing from Johnny that they no longer worship the gods.
No, he said these people don't worship those gods. He didn't say they weren't worshipped.
And
After about
He doesn't feel right in this place anymore.
after 15 minutes.
after about 15 minutes of not laying there, but like sitting in the chair, kind of dozed off, Jack's gonna get up and walk over, find a book, and sit next to the window and start reading while casually, every once in a while, looking out the window.
You see the knight looking back at you, and he looks back towards the camp as he occasionally walks back and forth on the porch. The book is in French, or it might be Latin. I don't know.
Old French.
Hey, by the way, Perseus does have the gun, but it's like strapped across his back, but
Very good.
while his sword is on his hip. He'll go ahead and during his time he'll examine the gun during the 1 hour.
Figure out how many arrows are left in it.
Oh yeah, there's a picture book. Well, it's drawings, I guess. It's 1394.
Yeah, exactly. Picture of those French girls.
Yep, drawings.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
These were the French girls he was talking about.
The doctor. The doctor returns as the knight opens the door for him. He steps in. Here are the masks. He places down 4 plague masks. I must return to my patients. We have secured 1 horse for you, if you wish to take it. If not, we will have use of it for sure.
These masks, they prevent whatever illness this is?
It can't hurt. I take every precaution, as you can see.
So do you wash your hands?
Of course.
Perseus will push the mask aside and just doff his helmet.
Very well. I have done all I can for you. I will have Lafrage. He will take you. There is an alleyway. A path leading to the misty central park of the base of the tower. It is a dangerous route, but he will help guide you. I hope that you destroy the Dark One and bring an end to this illness that has plagued all of the land as far as my communications go. Thank you, strangers from the Odd Society, as he walks away.
As Perseus looks at the mask and pushes it away, he'll announce that Asclepius shall protect him from this illness.
It can't hurt. As Johnny dons the mask. How do I look?
Your voice
Strange.
is slightly muffled, and you smell very pleasant floral scents coming from the nose of the mask.
Jack will be the next one to don his mask.
Jack the Ripper, and a Plague Doctor mask.
And the top hat.
And a top hat.
Uh-oh, he's becoming, what is that, SSP?
Who?
The Plague Doctor, SCP 099, I think it is.
Oh, he doesn't have a top hat, never mind.
Oda, do you put on a Plague Doctor mask? Or
Oh,
do you-
yes.
Very good. You also have the beak-like face and can smell the pleasant floral scents as Lafrage leads you out a side gate of the field hospital into the lonely, dead alleys of medieval France. Paris,
Oda.
sorry.
Perhaps you should ride the horse.
The horse is pulled in the back, or pulled by this guy, I guess.
I don't think any of us...
Why did you...
make it choose that.
Why did you want to bring the horse again?
Father.
For mobility.
Of course. Well, who's going to ride it? Do any of you know how to ride?
Why ride it a horse when you can run alongside the horse?
Ah,
As I'll get to my stretches in before taking a run.
one of you knows how to ride at least. Very good. Do not get too far ahead, What are your names anyway?
They call me Perseus as I walk past him.
I'm Jean.
Jean?
Jack. Jacques.
Ah, Jacques. Oui. Be careful. This alley may be quiet, but there are occasional undead that stroll through.
Would Jack be able to stealth in the alleyways?
Of course.
Okay. It's like the slums of Britain, England, where the fuck he's from, I don't remember.
Yes, but even less sophisticated, much older building materials and an even more eerie environment.
Do I need to roll?
I will let you roll stealth, intelligence, or speed, and it will determine if you will be unseen by foes, living or dead.
How does it work if I'm specialized?
Specialized in stealth?
Mm-hmm.
Then that just makes it much easier.
Alright.
By 2 steps. So you can, yes, very good. Disappearing from even your own party, Jack the Ripper slinks into the shadows. Oda, are you just casually riding the horse along?
Yes.
All right, you see
Keeping
Perseus
an eye out.
running ahead.
Well, I won't run too far ahead. I'll keep pace with everybody to make sure that
Oh my God,
we
the
don't get all
opacity!
separated.
Where did your other one go, Jean? Is it Jean-Luc?
Yes. Of Picard.
Ah,
Oh my God, this thing is amazing.
House Picard. It is a well-known house. Unfortunately, they were all killed by the undead. You must be the only remaining heir.
It is a heavy burden.
I
But-
can only imagine.
Our friend, Jacques Sissa, is of the stealthy sort. He should not be spotted by the undead. He will scout ahead for us.
Very good. As will the other I see, running up there.
He is a bit loose in the head, but he should be alright. He fares well in a fight.
About 25 minutes go by of walking. It's getting even darker. But you can still get by without torches for now. You get up.
Noticing that it is getting darker, though, I will go ahead and see. While we're walking, I'll see if there's any loose wood in the area that could be used as a torch.
Yeah, there's plenty of scattered building materials, mostly like brick and stone, but there's some wood bits, shattered carts, etc.
All right, I'll grab some some wooden bits, and maybe if one of them has like a curtain or anything like that, I'll use some of that cloth for
Sure.
the
Makeshift torch. You
Yep.
all for the past 25 minutes. You're not really sure where Jack is, but you're sure he's nearby. You guys have been maneuvering, crossing from alley to alley. Occasionally you stop. Jean-Luc puts up his hand, holds the horse for you. Oda still, as some undead shamble by. Occasionally there's some leaned over villagers and citizens, and Jean-Luc will go up and either decapitate them or just kick and make sure they're not alive. And this goes on several times as you all successfully manage to evade any encounters with the undead. At this point, there's a main street leading into the central park area where this tower is. And at the end of that street where the park, there starts to be more green, presumably it's just mist, like a mist wall. Can't see anymore. And you see it just spiraling up, and then the tower sticking up above from where you can see. To your left, Perseus and Oda are probably at the front. Maybe Lafrage holding the horse's reins for you. But to the left, you see first you hear screaming.
Do I see where the can I tell where the screaming is coming from?
Yes, you look and you see the commotion, but it's a female voice screaming, and she's up on top of a cart that's leaning on its side with a bunch of boxes, and she's standing up with a stick and poking about half a dozen undead that are clawing at her and stumbling against the boxes in the crate and trying to get her. One of them looks like they're about to grab her leg.
Dash forward on the horse.
I will also dash over to.
Wait, no, it's too dangerous, Lafrage says as you...
Perseus is already at behind
As the horse is kicking up dust, running alongside Perseus, Johnny and Jack. Okay, sorry. So, what did you... So, to the right is a street going down to the Central Park area covered in mist. To the left, there's a woman screaming on top of a cart with about half a dozen zombies clawing for her. Oda is charging on the horse, and Perseus is charging with the sword. Lafrage is like, no, it's too dangerous, don't go! So he's still in the alleyway. Jack and Johnny, what are you two doing?
Johnny's gonna hang back.
Very good.
I guess pull out his knife and just stand by, keeping an eye out.
Jack will go as far as he can while staying stealthy, but he's not going to the fight.
All right. Dun 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 dun. Let me get out. Oh, I actually have. Motherfucker. Nah, nah. Oh wait, I've got the. Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Nice.
RPG kit, chest, and barrel. Alright, I'm gonna grab a beer, and then we will roll speed initiative with Oda and Perseus, at least.
Gotcha.
Jack is hanging back, not in the fight. And Johnny is also looking, not in the fight.
Gotcha. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get my dinner real quick.
Yeah, no problem. It won't be long for me. Alright, speed roll for initiative.
I think he's still
Okay.
And you're trained,
Yes, I am.
so it's easier for you. Alright, Oda, you rear up your horse. You may charge in and make an attack on a zombie, or you could do something else.
I don't want to attack.
Tell me what you do.
Alright. Let's see. How high is the wagon?
It's like spilt over on its side and torn, so I don't know, about 6 feet,
Well, you know what?
7.
Maybe I can attack. can I, like, yeah. What I specifically want to do is charge with the horse and, like, knock this dude over this thing. You see this?
Uh-huh.
Knock him over that way.
All right. Go ahead.
What do I do? Roll the dice?
Well, with the horse, it'd probably be like speed or intelligence to control the animal and get that done.
Do I ever get, like, bonuses? I've got, like, 14 speed.
So if you want to apply, so you've, well, you applying effort
You
with
gotta do
speed.
the effort. But I have armor, so it doesn't, that's not really gonna work out for me. Let's just try it. Oh my god, this fucking, oh my god. I swear.
You ride over. You're trying to have the horse rear up and hit him, or just like?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You do so. Rearing up, comes down, and hits the zombie as it stumbles back. It doesn't go all the way over, but it stumbled there. Caught off guard as your horse rears back down. Minor success. Minor failure. What? So you could probably... Yeah, that's probably... What else would you do?
Well, try to get the lady.
You speak to
Reach
her?
my hand out.
Okay, you reach
And
your
I
hand out.
say, yes. Come with me if you want to live.
She sees you. She's holding a torch and a spear. Or not even a spear, just a makeshift piece of wood. Fucking Oda.
Sorry about that, I'm back now.
Alright, as you're running in, Oda charges in, and he rears up with the horse and slams into this zombie that stumbles back but doesn't completely fall over. You need to roll speed initiative.
Gotcha. Let's see, speed is just straight D20, that's right.
Yes. Everything is, unless you apply effort.
Yep. 16.
Alright, very good. So you get to run and charge in with him as he comes in and slams against this zombie. He's reaching out his hand to the woman on the back of the horse, as the horse is right in front of this zombie.
I will go ahead and run in against this zombie over here as I stab it. As I right up behind it, I'll swing my sword, hoping to decapitate the foul beast.
Sure. Just this poor victim, this poor French citizen who is plagued and converted. Yes.
3. Probably not.
You slice down at the upper part of the back, slicing against bone as pus and flesh and blood go flying, coating your blade. It slowly turns around at you. And it attacks you, trying to scratch at you, as you need to make a defense roll.
Right. Eleven.
How do you defend yourself against his claws?
I'll just deflect his hand, with the blunt end of my blade.
So, Jack, roll a d20.
This for stealth.
Just for me to
Okay.
have a number to work with. Okay, this zombie continues to crawl up onto the wagon towards the woman, coming up from behind her. Roll, Jykor, you roll a d20 for me.
All right.
Alright, this one also is climbing up onto the wagon. Roll me 2 more d20s, Jykor, and then Jack Law, roll me another. Alright.
Oh,
All these zombies are trying to get up onto the wagon. They're getting very close to her. And then, Law, roll me one more.
All right, bet.
What?
Their brains. Their brains.
All right, this one, unfortunately, grabs onto the horse and bites into its neck. Oda, you can roll defense for the horse.
Roll defense. Watch it, you.
All right. As it how do you?
I move the horse.
Very good. It grabs onto the
Away.
horse, but you see it, and you have maneuvering, so you do the.
I push it away with my spear.
Oh, very
Not a
good.
thrust. Hold the zombie at bay.
Oh, awesome. Very good.
If
If only you had one of those like neck holding things that people use.
What's that?
If only you had like one of those neck holding sticks that they use in like China or something
yeah,
to
the
keep
man
them
catcher.
keep them
Yeah,
the
I
man
kinda want one of
catcher.
those in real life.
Oh my god. All right, so this one tries to bite your horse, but you keep it at bay with your spear and maneuvering with the horse. This woman throws down the makeshift spear. Grabs your hand, swinging onto the back of the horse.
So I swing her up and then gallop away.
Yeah, very good. All right. On
Yeah.
round 2, start of your turn, you move the horse back at the start of the alley. You see Lafrage looking up in disbelief. You can't see where Jack is, but Johnny is also there, looking at you. The woman has horror in her eyes, torn dress, dirt all over her. She doesn't look infected. Perseus, what do you do? Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
You said there's no disengage action, correct?
As long as you're just moving, you're fine.
Alright then, I'll turn around, seeing that Oda has rescued the damsel.
Zespian Bureau. Vostez avec nos
You-
pauvres de sécurité.
This one is like reaching for you, trying to actively claw you. This one is stumbling forward. The other 4 are crawling up onto the wagon and are looking like this way.
Alright, I'll just run over to Oda.
All right, you can use your because of your feature, you can run 100 feet. You can run a long distance as your action, so you catch all the way up to them as they're all paused in the alleyway. And unless you guys are doing anything else, well, tell me what you're doing, because these zombies are shambling off the wagon and walking towards you.
Walk slowly
Actually,
away.
wait. Let me ask you something real quick. If I were to light that torch with using this flame and then toss it, how far would I be able to get over here?
You wouldn't. I think also when you move and do something, pretty sure when you do, like your feature says after
1
you
second,
attack.
you're not screaming.
Oh, you're good. Says so. Your feature says once you attack successfully, you can move yourself in a thing. I think once you move and then do something, you're done. Like the movement, you
Yes.
can't do spaced out movement like in
Gotcha.
D&D. So I don't think you would have been able to do that.
Well, the feature that you're thinking about is the where is it again? The control field.
Yeah. All right. You're all walking?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, 45. Down the main street towards the mist.
Yeah, I assume so.
You know, we're going to the mist.
The mist at the
Right.
base of the tower.
I mean, okay. I get off the horse.
You guys still at the alley here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I leave the woman on the horse. And then, tell her to go, basically.
Sacre bleu.
The place for you.
She doesn't look like she understands you.
I point.
Johnny, try to convince the woman to go back to that encampment.
He waves his hand at her. She looks offended.
He looks up then. Too damn bad, sweetheart.
She gets down off the
C'est
horse.
bien dur.
I know.
Allez au camp.
She comes up to you, Oda, and she hugs you.
Ah, he looks confused, but he hugs back.
She smiles,
C'est sera en sécurité.
mounts the horse again, gives the finger to this guy. And what do you... And then she nods to you, and she rides away towards the medical camp. About a short distance from you, the zombies are shambling up.
Perhaps we should move that pan.
Yes, let's go.
Dude,
All right, on the main street.
Les brains, les brains.
At the end of the main street, you see the mist, the fog. Lafrage holds the rear, keeping them at bay as you all make your way down the street.
I like imagining them just being like, "Le
Blah, blah. Rich zombies! Even in death, we have an accent.
Oh my god.
it's not
Even in death, we are snooty. They're like holding cigarettes.
All right, you all
It's a bag. Yeah.
approach
Yeah, there's a few zombies with baguettes in their hands.
the cobblestone road, and the crumbling buildings on the street side give way to dirt and grass. But what is obvious is there's a thick cloud of mist. You can't see anything past
Oh, that must be a
10
boss
feet.
battle on the other side.
That is good. If I cannot see, then they cannot see me.
You see nothing.
Well, shall we go through the mist?
Inside the mist, you hear what sounds to be feminine voices, whispers, occasional brief screams. They float on the wind. You can see nothing within past 10 feet. Grass and mist, and encroaching darkness.
I'm going to try to light my torch now and see if it helps with any of the vision.
You light your torch. It seems to reflect off the mist.
This is some cursed magic that we're dealing with.
I can go no further. I have got you here. I must return.
When
This appears to be some weird, strange magic mist. Like this, it appears to disregard light.
Good luck to you. He disappears.
Wait, what was he saying? I can't understand him.
Down the street. Very far away, because you've been making good time. The zombies continue to shamble.
Well, let's go into the mist.
Indeed. I'll still keep my lit torch out, just in case.
You enter the mist. You feel a cold air about you. You hear whispers in the mist. You think you see figures moving in the distance. But then again, you can't really see that far as you walk along the grass.
This will be good training for my fight against Medusa. Whenever I get back to my timeline, because I won't be able to see her either.
I wonder if
Echo just
this
looked
has always
behind
been.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, I wonder if this has always been grass.
I'm not sure.
It is strange in the middle of the city. Perhaps a park.
Perseus would hear in his ear like a whisper, "You lose," and that's it. After saying your whole Medusa comment.
If it was not for our, if it was not for our compasses, it'd be easy to get lost.
Yeah. How do our compasses look?
They are pointing straight forward towards where you presume was the tower before you entered the mist that is up above you and everywhere. The light from your torch seems to be the brightest light. You all swear that you see floating ethereal figures as they go by and disappear. They go by and they disappear.
Well,
This
at least
one
hopefully
comes
all of our
towards you
consciences
all.
are clear.
And she goes through you all, disappearing. Suddenly, group GM intrusion from the ground. The ground shakes. And rising up, skeletal hands, ching, grabbing onto each of your ankles. Everyone makes speed or might defense rolls, and you all get 1 XP.
I use speed. Nice to have 5 XP.
I have 4
Oh.
XP.
These are both the same.
Is immediately
My
after the
strength.
oh god. Okay. Immediately after the ghost woman, like banshee, like flies through you all and disappears. The ground shakes. And yes, absolutely.
Perseus is used to this type of happenings. Somehow, Jack the Ripper is also.
All right, Crimson, you take 2 intellect points of damage as you are shocked and scared. You're also grappled by the skeletal hand.
But a 15 didn't save it.
I said Johnny. Did
Oh,
I?
I thought you said
Didn't I?
Crimson. No, said Crimson.
How much again?
2 points of intellect damage as you're scared, and then you're grappled by the
yes.
skeletal hand. Perseus and Jack, you completely evade the skeletal hands as they're slow getting up and they have weak grasps as you move out of the way. Oda still needs to roll.
Sorry, I just need to do some things up on this in the human world.
All 3 of you jump back, look at, and as you all 3 look down where your ankles were, you see these weak skeletal arms coming up slowly, reaching around. But as you look at Johnny, there's a really big forearm bone grabbing and holding onto his ankle very firmly, and Johnny has a horrified look on his face. What do you all do?
I pull out my sword and sever the arm.
Attack roll.
Attack.
I'll try to assist with it if that's possible.
No, but he does it. He swings, just cutting off the bone where it hits the grass as the limb goes flying. And you're now free, Johnny.
What the hell? What the hell, man? What are we set up for? I didn't sign up for anything.
I spit on the ground. And then flip the sword and put it back in the sheath. Go back to my spear.
Perseus will make sure his helmet's tightly on and has his shield and sword on.
Very good. You all stay close together, moving in with the torchlight from Perseus, knowing that anything could happen. Ghosts.
So I would like to say that the shield is more strapped to my forearm, while my shield hand is holding onto the torch.
Johnny's making exaggeratedly big steps, like the Scooby-Doo style, like when they're trying to sneak or walk carefully.
Another ghost flies through you and disappears. Another ghost appears next to you, Johnny. It looks like your mother. Johnny, why did you start playing guitar and doing drugs? Johnny,
Guys, are you seeing
why?
this? Or is it just me? Not enough drugs or too many.
If any of you look and see this ghost next to Johnny, it looks like a woman. But then, as you look close, her face suddenly stares at you, and it's like a fangs and wide, horrified, gaunt face as it flies through you all again, disappearing.
These specters don't mind. They merely try to prevent us from going forward.
You killed me! You killed me! You killed me! You killed me! Ghost circle,
You're right.
Jack. You're right. Now we'll kill you! As they all go in, they all charge you, going inside of you. It's unsettling. I need you to make an intellect check against the shock. A 0. Fuck!
I was trying to I was trying to see if Vicious had anything with that, but it doesn't.
I think it was just, yeah.
Alright, you take 4 points of intellect damage as, whatever reason, it's getting to you. But
Yeah,
after that little sequence, you kind of, like, get your shit back together. The other...
Stay focused. They're merely means to defend the tower.
Yes, Oda and Perseus, looking back, you see your companions are struggling with something, and the spirits seem to be circling you. As you approach the massive arc of the lower level, you see it strewn with skeletons. Black twisted metal supports the frame. Walking deeper inside, kind of a barren black dirt on the inside, you see what appears to be a rope dangling up at the center. The mist kind of stays on the outside of the arches, so you're inside and up. You see spiky floors to the first level, spiky metal coming down from the ceilings, skeletons, bodies, and the rope in the center leading up to the first level doesn't appear to be hemp or silk. It appears to be intestines.
Nice.
That's a bit grotesque. Is there a stair or something? Perhaps an elevator?
You see, right off, at the 4 legs on each of the 4 corners, you see that inside the mechanical workings there may or may not be some sort of stairs or something.
Do we just go up the rope? Air quoting that.
I'll go closer to the rope and I'll look straight up, see if I can see what's at the top of what's waiting at the top of the rope.
Inside, you see a torch flickering. There's like a circular 10-foot radius hole and torch flickering inside what appears to be some kind of room. The rope goes up probably a long distance, about 100 feet or more.
Is the intestine still wet with blood, or is it dried blood?
It's pretty dried, actually.
I'll go ahead and make sure my everything's on tight and just give the quote-unquote rope a good tug. Make sure it's sturdy.
You tug the rope, and it seems to recoil as you pull it, as if it's starting to pull up just slightly. but not enough to pull you or anything. It's as if it's alive.
Something about this rope doesn't seem that. Well, it's not a rope, anyways, but it seems like there might be something attached to the rope on the other side waiting for us. I believe this is not the safest approach as I join the group. Well, as I rejoin Oda and Johnny, not knowing where Jack the Ripper is.
GM intrusion onto Perseus. The rope grabs around your leg
Oh shit!
as you slam down to the ground, and it pulls you upside down, and it's slowly reeling you up. You get an experience, and you can give one to someone else.
I'll give the other experience to Johnny.
Do you hold on to the torch, or do you let it drop as you're being dragged upside down?
You know what? Out of shock, I'll let go of the torch.
It drops down
And
into
so
the blackened earth.
I go over to the group, let them know that hey, this rope's alive.
You're about 10 feet, 6 to 10 feet off the ground, your head being the cutoff point, as your ankle is completely wrapped up in intestine and it's slowly bringing you up inside. Oda, Johnny, Jack, what are you doing? As your friend is
Perseus,
being
where are you
reeled.
going? Johnny will run over and try to grab his hands, pull him back down.
All right, go ahead and make a speed roll to reach up and grab his hands.
I am very good. No, I'm not. That's anything.
You jump up and you reach for his hands, but between you reaching and trying to grab and Perseus is flailing, none of you collect. You might even touch fingers, but you do not get a grasp as you pass by and jump back down on the blackened earth. Oda, Jack, what are you doing as Perseus is being reeled up into the tower by intestines around his ankle? Nothing? Okay. He's pulled up.
Yeah. Bye. We'll meet you up there.
Oda. Nothing.
Is he going up still?
Oh yeah, he's being reeled. He's about 10 feet off the ground now. Like, that's where his head is. He's upside down.
Okay. I rear back with the spear, aiming for the rope. I throw. How do I make my
You could
roll higher?
Okay, so you could reach it from where you are with the spear attack, but it's
just cutting it?
yeah, I mean, but if you're trying to thrust into it with a spear to like break it, that's gonna be pretty tricky. But if you do
I'll
might,
swipe with the spear.
okay, yeah,
like
sure, but it's gonna be a difficult roll. But if you apply might effort, you could bring it down.
Okay, so how does this work again? Remind me.
So if you have an edge, then that takes 1 point away from applying effort if you want to use your edge, but it takes 3 points for the first level and then 2 points for each additional. If you have a might edge of 1, you could apply that for the first level, so it would only cost 2, and then you only have 1.
So how would your effort restore? Do you need a long rest?
It's you can just do it once per action, once per thing. It doesn't recover. It doesn't restore.
Right.
You use it every time, but you can only use your edge once per the roll or attack or whatever. And you also have a maximum. You also have a maximum effort level, so you can only really do it one time. I think right now, until you guys tier up.
Yeah. As far as I know, I only have 1 effort. So how would I be able to?
That just means that you can apply 1 level of effort. So, do you have an edge? Do you have an edge in your might?
I do.
So you can take 2 points out of your might pool to ease the attack from a difficult to demanding, making it a 9 instead of a 12.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna make it
You
7.
apply effort. You really don't want Perseus to be dragged up into the tower. Unfortunately, you slice the intestine and you cut it, and it's like almost cut, but it seems to sew and grow back together as it reels him up another 10 feet or so.
Would I not have been able to try to cut the
Yeah, it's your turn now, but you're like 15 to 20 feet up as you're slowly being... Jack is nowhere to be seen, and yeah, what are you doing as you're upside down being dragged up? Your companions tried to grab your hands, tried to stab the thing, but nothing's working.
with the sword that's still in my other hand, since I only dropped the torch, I'll I'll pretty much do what Anakin Skywalker did to try to free himself from the
Sure, yeah.
frozen cave and try to.
You also
swipe
need to
at
give
the,
your GM intrusion XP to someone.
Yeah, I did. I gave it to Johnny.
Oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, I'll kind of hunch over or hunch upwards.
All right.
Question mark. And
Yeah,
swipe-
you do a
swipe
sit up upside down, and then you
Yeah.
swing across. It's still gonna be at least a difficult roll, so a 12 might for speed.
Ooh, nope.
You slice it. You also cut it. You're not gonna miss it. I mean, you're skilled, but it seems to like it wavers for a bit, and then the sinew and gut seem to regrow and pull you even more.
It's some strange magic that prevents me from completely cutting.
As you're about 30 feet of the 100 up. So you're 30 feet, your head is 30 feet above your companions right now as they're looking up at you, getting pulled into the Eiffel Tower underneath.
Don't worry, Perseus. We're coming to get you.
But I want to hurry. I'm not looking forward to meeting whatever able to pull me up this high with its intestines.
Johnny's gonna grab the torch if it's still lit and start running up the stairs.
All right, it's about a long distance to get to either one of the things, so you're running towards that one.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna take
Whatever
you
one's
about
closer.
take you about 2 turns to get there.
And while they're doing that, Perseus would just cross his arms and just wait patiently to meet whatever is on the other side of these intestines.
Okay, so Jack, Johnny, and Oda, you guys are running for one of the stairs on one of the 4 legs of the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. And Perseus, you're being pulled up.
Yep, just looking very upset and has his arms crossed and everything.
All right. Well, as you guys are running across the blackened earth underneath the tower towards this leg, you see a little doorway, and you're about to run inside of it to start hitting the stairs. I'm sure Oda's in the lead. Johnny probably holding the torch, and Jack unenthusiastically in the rear. And still sneaking.
Question: As I get pulled closer to the
If you want to continue, also you can probably try like 3 more times if you want to, but you're gonna drop like each time you fail and you eventually succeed, you're gonna drop even further.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. As I get closer to the top, the pyramids or the Eiffel Tower is getting closer. I'm getting closer to some walls, right?
You're getting closer to like the ceiling. Like I said, is like a spiky floor to the level that you're in. You're like a 10-foot radius hole that you're going inside of, and you see the intestines like reeling in up
So
there.
it's sort of spikes on the ceiling.
Well, there's like a circular hole you could grab onto, and there might be some metal bits you could grab, but it's not going to be easy.
So what I'll try to do is I'm going to try to start like a swinging motion to try to gain a bit of momentum, so I can try to
Sure, hang on to something
grab
underneath
something,
the.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, you can do. It's probably going to be speed, I think, to try and maneuver yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be. Fucking. It's difficult for sure. I'll keep it at
Alright.
12.
I'll use some of my might. I'll use an extra point.
You gotta. It's I guess you can use might. That's fine. All right, so.
I have 2 points of edge in my speed.
Oh well, are you're using speed then?
Yeah.
What-
That's what I meant to say.
What armor are you wearing?
Oh, I'm just wearing my helmet. So I've already taken off my chest piece a while ago.
Oh, okay. Then sure. So it just costs you 1 point to reduce it to a 9.
Gotcha.
And this is on your swinging and grabbing.
Yeah. Ooh, nope.
You attempt to swing and like kind of get that momentum like a gymnast hanging from a rope, but it seems to sense it and it like awkwardly jerks and destroys your momentum every time and keeps pulling you up. And if you're not careful, you might rotate and slam your head on one of the spikes on the underside of this thing. You're slowly, but you at this point, You're like right about 10 feet from the hole, and then you're slowly reeled up onto a cold, slimy metal floor, and that's where you disappear. The rest of you enter into the kind of open, twisted metal frame of this leg, and you see a winding stair kind of going along the walls of it. Open metal, showing the mist all the way outside. All you can see is mist. And as you're winding the stair, blocking your entry, they look like Lafrage, like similar knights. They even have like the beak helmets, but they're like broken halfway with their undead eyes sticking out. The beaks broken, their armor all tattered and skeletons, and they've got their swords ready for you, blocking your progress up the stairs. Oda in the front, Johnny behind, and Jack still stealthed in the back until he does something. You three roll speed. Round 1, up the stairs. Okay. These ones are a little tougher. Johnny is the only one who can react first.
Johnny will start. I guess encourage. Inspire attacks.
You're inspiring everyone's attacks. Alright. The skeletons. They drag their swords. They drag their bodies. So they come up and they slash. This one slashes upwards at you, Oda. Defense roll.
Defense.
It slashes up at you, catching you off guard as you take 4 points of damage to your might pool.
Right, but I only take.
You're wearing a medium armor, so you only
Yes,
take
I was
2
only
points of
2.
damage. Well done, sir. Well done.
Nice. Yes.
The
We did it.
the other one shambles up next to it, and it attempts to do a similar attack, but he's behind him, so it's going to be an easier roll for you to defend against. But still, not enough, as you take another 2 points of damage as this one thrusts in and scratching you somewhere. It is now your turn, as you've just been slashed and pierced by these French skeletal knight's blades, and they are preventing you from climbing up to the tower where your companion was dragged up by intestines.
No, what's it look like off to the sides?
You try to throw him off?
Well, yeah, if I can.
Yeah, you can maneuver that through like the open.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know, like the Eiffel Tower is. It's a bunch of like metal connecting, but it's like open in a lot of the areas. You guys know what I'm saying? So you could like throw him through like the openings in the structure.
Shove him.
Oh, and that's enough.
Stick the spear between his legs and lift him up over the railing.
The bones shatter down at the base of the stairs. You see a few limbs moving, but done for. Jack.
Yes? My turn.
Your turn in combat.
Is there room to get up to here?
Yes.
Jack is gonna...
You're all on like a 5-6 foot, maybe 5 to 8 foot wide stairway winding up, and he just picked one up over and threw it over the ledge, falling down and splattering at where you first started walking up.
Jack's gonna use his surprise attack. Would I be able to do that since I was in Stealth.
Yeah, I'll ease it for you, so it'll be a 9 instead of a 12.
It's already eased from my encouragement too.
Oh shit, I forgot that. So Arcane would have only had to roll a... Well, no, I think he still missed because it was just eased from your thing.
Stabby, stabby, the mo.
Alright,
So a 9.
how are you attacking the skeleton?
So as I am running up, I'm gonna unsheath my cane sword and just go for a quick chop right at his right at neck level. Try to decapitate him quickly.
Alright, and you do so. The head goes...
Dealing 8 damage.
Yes, absolutely. You do so, and the head goes flying off the same railing down to where the other one went. The body, it attempts to move a bit.
Just kick it over.
You do so.
I need to.
At this point,
Reroll.
you're no longer stealthed from
Um.
your companions and stuff.
1 second, I gotta send you a message.
Where is that? How do you do the projection? Oh, is that a tool?
I was using the roller, if that's what you're asking.
No, the opacity. Oh, it's color tint, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
So,
Just,
yeah. How you feel the urge to just keep fighting after you cut that one's head off and kick it over the edge?
yeah. Just bolt up the stairs.
All right, leading the way, Jack. Up the stairs to the first level of the Eiffel Tower. Oda and Johnny following behind.
Johnny's got his guitar out.
All right, I need.
Drop the torch, I guess.
All right, let's see here. Let me set the scene. A very disgusting and horrible scene.
Ew.
I'm in that scene now.
You are a key player in this scene. Yes.
It's now his intestines hanging down.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Percy says kill it off screen, apparently.
I'll spare you the description. Just-
Let me try to make myself a new character real quick.
no.
It might take me an hour.
Okay, what am I looking for?
The rest of this session will be me making a character.
Sounds about right.
Aberrations. There we go, this will work.
Will it?
It's a question mark enemy. Can't be good.
Oh no.
Alright. Is everyone here?
Yes.
Yes.
You all, Jack, you're first to break into the room as you are bloodthirsty, looking for combat. You see a few skeletons in the room, and also a massive frog. It's like a frog and a human's face mixed together in a massive blob, and the tongue is like a string of intestines wrapped against Perseus and is pulling him He's about 50 feet away from the massive mouth of this disgusting, fleshy thing. And you're about 50 feet away from him, so there's like a 100-foot gap here between you and the thing. And then scattered out, there are 4 skeletons inside the room as well. Kind of like on the corners.
Okay.
But you can go first. So we'll do Jack, and then Oda, and then Johnny. And then Perseus, go ahead and roll for me. I'll see if you go before the creatures or not.
Alright.
Le Flesh Blob.
Yeah, that had the unnecessary E at the end of the sentence, of course. 7.
No, you do not.
How much is short range again? Sorry.
50 feet.
For me, it's 100.
For him, yes. But actual distance, the same. So all 3 of you, Johnny, Jack, Oda, you're 100 feet away from the frog, human, giant flesh mouth thing. And Perseus is 50 feet away from you as he's prone on his back. He's right next to that hole that was the opening of this room. And then in the corner about, well, an immediate distance from you 3 are 2 skeletons, and then an immediate distance from the gibbering thing is 2 more skeletons. And the gibbering thing, well, the question mark will go before the skeletons go. All right, Jack, you react first. Do you do anything? You can
I'm going
easily
to-
attack this skeleton in the corner here. It's within an immediate distance. Or this one.
Yeah, I'll attack. I'll attack this one.
Okay.
And sorry, we can move 5 feet per turn, right?
You can move up to 10 feet and attack. Or you can move 50 feet if that's all you want to do.
I'm gonna attack this skeleton.
Sure.
first.
Coming around the corner behind you guys as you enter this level.
And that is going to be a 10.
How do you miss?
It's easy. I'm still.
Shit, it's eased. Alright, how do you kill this skeleton?
I'm going to
Resheath my blade and just swing as hard as I can to break all the bones that I can see.
You just whack with the cane in an attempt to break the bones?
yeah.
Alright, you whack at the neck area as it gets twisted, and it starts to jerk its neck until the neck falls off. It falls down on its knees and then just crumbles into a pile of bones. That is your
And then I'm
turn.
gonna- Oh, I was gonna move.
You have to
Oh, I have to do that before.
move. Well, yeah, okay, fine. You can move after. That's fine. So you can move up to 10 feet. Say he's 50
Yeah.
feet away, and then he's okay. So you move up. You're
I
40
was gonna
feet.
move 10 feet closer.
40 feet away from Perseus for now, and 90 feet away from the thing. Oda. Jack just spun around and bitch slapped a skeleton with his cane, and its neck cracked and went crumbling to bones. There's another one right here, within attacking distance. How do you kill this skeleton with your spear, presumably?
I crush it. I bring the spear down straight onto its head, so hard that it collapses.
Very good. And you can move up to 10 feet now. You continue moving in the room.
I point my spear at the thing.
It's like its intestine tongue flaps around as it's dragging Perseus, and it makes an ungodly noise. It's you think you might even be able to see like living people like trying to come out of the pus of this thing. It's just fucking disgusting. Who God knows what it is. In fact, everyone make an intelligence roll
Even me,
against shock.
Okay. So I have inability defense against mental. I don't know if this.
That's even harder for you.
Oh, wait,
Alright.
As for me, I am trained in intellect defense tasks.
Okay, good. So harder
And I
for
have-
Jykor, easier for Crimson. Go ahead.
Oh my god!
All
What
right.
the hell?
Oh, easier for you? Okay, Perseus, who lives amongst Greek mythological creatures. He's like, this is something.
That seemed worse.
So
this is a normal.
you're good, but the other three of you, 4 intellect damage. You guys are fucking like, this is unbelievable. This is not real. This is This is astral demonic fuckery.
Johnny's gonna just collapse to the ground because I have 0 intellect.
Oh, if you lose all intellect, you die.
No. You have to have all
Okay.
3 pulls down to 0. So, what are your pulls at now, Johnny?
850.
Okay, so tell me what it looks like as you get so fucking horrified that you like lose all mental capacity. As
Johnny just like freaks out and just starts like crouching down in fetal position on the ground, just going, "Oh my god, he's finally caught up. Oh my god,
Oh no.
I don't know what's."
Oh no.
He's tripping balls, man.
He's tripping balls and he's losing
worst
all
trip
sense
ever,
of
man.
reality. Holy shit.
I probably shouldn't have done that. He had smoked the joint, just one of his psychedelic joints that you were coming into. So,
All right, so that's gonna be Johnny and the Thing's turn, but it also reels Perseus in 25 feet as he is 25 feet away from entering the palate of this creature. And then the skeleton shambles up to you, Perseus. That's all it can do. This one also shambles up to you. But they don't look like they're focused on you. They look like they're focused on these others.
Gotcha.
As they're shambling past you towards your companions. If you're able to move your head and look back, you see them in the room. You see Johnny in the fetal position, but you see the other two standing there. All right, Jack. You are now 65 feet away from Perseus and 90 feet away from the creature.
All right. How far away from the skeletons?
40 feet from you. If you want to make a speed roll, you can move and attack them.
No.
Or you could shoot, I guess. I don't know what you got. Jack, Oda, John. Did you roll? You
I rolled a 7. You said that. I would go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're fine. Before Jack, it's Perseus. You are 20 feet away from the creature, prone, and the skeletons are right next to you, but they're moving past you. It's your turn.
Gotcha. Am I able to get up with the thing
It's-
still dragging me?
No, it is pulling you quickly.
Gotcha. In that case,
You'd have to cut the tongue or do something else.
Right. I will attempt to sit up and try to cut the tongue off
Alright.
my leg.
It's a 12 still.
Even though I'm no longer hanging upside down, I'm just sitting up now.
Yeah, it's the creature itself.
Gotcha.
and I can't courage now.
It has more control.
6. Nope. It actually, somehow I'm doing worse than when I was hanging
As
upside down.
you don't even hit the tongue this point, as you sit up, it sees you sitting up. You can see its weird ass huge eyes rolling like right towards you, and as you sit up and attempt to swing, it lurches you like a few feet, and you it totally throws off your swing.
Gotcha.
It seems to be intelligent, which is even more horrifying.
Right.
That's just what I needed to know.
Yeah, you can tell that it's very intelligent with its movements on Perseus, as you guys are watching.
So it's just one attack per turn, right?
Yep, you're done basically because you're grappled and being pulled by it.
And I'm guessing that since I'm getting pulled by it, using control the field that won't work.
No, it will not.
Just move myself to a better position to attack.
All right.
Right.
So all of you see Perseus sit up and try to attack the tongue once more, but he gets jerked and pulled closer to the mouth. Round 2, Jack, but I will be right back. Jack, round 2.
You said if I use a speed roll, I can move 50 feet and use a skill or attack.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I need to, or do you not want to tell me?
Well, speed roll? It's just, it's always 4 to do this, so 12 is what you gotta hit.
Gotcha. And if I applied effort?
You would make it a 9.
And if I use effort, I lose the effort point.
No. Your
Okay.
effort point is always there. You can use it and
Yeah.
make it, if it's 1, then you could make it cost 2 to apply the effort, so you'd only take 2 away, and then you turn it from a 12 to a 9.
Alright, I will use effort then. It does not matter. I'm going to just move 50 feet then.
So you're trying to move 100 feet is what you're trying to do?
No, I was trying to move 50 feet and then use an attack or skill.
Alright.
But
Well, as you're
Since I
only
can't
about
do that.
40 feet away from them, you move up, and unfortunately, you get stopped as they kind of cut you off. Both of the skeletons. And then it's Oda's turn. You are 40 feet. You're 40 feet away from these skeletons as well, and 90 feet away from the thing. So you'd also
I
have
go to the skeleton.
you'd have to make a speed roll to get up and attack, or you can just move.
No, I'll just move.
Okay, you move right
we're
up to
gonna
the
get
skeleton.
hurt.
Actually, wait.
Oh.
From where I am, I pull
You're
out a
40.
gun.
Oh god.
Walt, Nazi pistol.
Oh, the fucking Nazi pistol! Holy shit!
Yeah. And I aim for the head.
All right, that's a speed. Oh my
Of the
god.
skeleton.
Okay, so
Damn.
you see Oda about to move forward, but he
I drop my
takes-
spear in my left hand, kind of holding it down. Pull out the pistol sash and aim carefully. With the side aim. I've clearly used guns before.
the loud,
I-
deafening blast, bow, spark from the barrel, ching, the upper slides back, the shell kicks out, the bullet goes straight through the center of the skull, in between the eyes, as the skeleton, smoke coming from the skeletal hole in the brain as it falls down, crumbling into bones. Badass kill. You know what?
Thank you.
No, I can't. I can't be too generous. All right, Johnny.
Twitch on the floor.
I mean, you still have your strength and speed. You're just right now. You're just impaired, so you ignore minor and major. You can still move about. You're just probably pretty. You're scared and worn out, and yeah.
This children is what we call
You're
PTSD.
you're mentally exhausted.
Your mind isn't there, but your body can move on. I mean, after you're twitching, but you can stay there and twitch if you want. It's fine.
My only abilities are intellect based, so
Yeah.
Oh.
I could stab it with a knife, but I don't think he would do that. He's gonna freak out on the floor. Like, gotta maybe crawl backwards on his hands as he tries to get against the wall, as far away from the thing as he can.
You should not have put those shrooms in that wine earlier.
The creature reels Perseus into his mouth, and then chomps down. Perseus,
No.
you take 4 points of damage to your might pool.
I'm taking
Oh
no
my
resisting or
God.
anything.
Nope. Automatically
You're stuck
chomps
in his
down
mouth.
on you, chewing on you,
Twitch.
as you have
Twitch.
piercing bites from its massive mouth all over your chest and body as you feel the slimy, wiggly, stanky, makes you want to throw up goo that you're inside of, and it's closing down on you, your impending doom. The skeleton moves forward and slices at Jack as you need to make a defense roll.
I should have activated my defensive dilation. That's going to be a 9.
The skeleton drags the sword, brings it up, and slices at your trench coat, drawing blood as you take 4 points of damage if you're not wearing armor.
Oh, no, I guess not. I thought it was technically armor. I'm just trying to look for it.
Perseus, inside the mouth of the creature, you feel the stinging pierce of its bite and the impending doom of its swallow. What do you do?
I'm going to, from inside the beast, I'm going to take out, unstrap the gun from my back and start opening fire. I mean, I can't miss what roll on inside of its mouth after all.
That's fine. All right.
Somehow you do.
All right.
When you say that,
So this is the heavy machine gun you pulled off the back of the truck, right?
I know this is the special one of the special guns from the final guys, the one with the tubes and everything.
Oh, the rifle with the experimental. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
One of those experimental rifles.
Okay, so I said that was a heavy weapon, right? Both hands.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't have any damage bonuses that you're aware of?
You have yet to actually tell me anything about this gun.
Well, if you roll a 19, a 17 through a 20, you get better damage. But
Gotcha.
so, you pull up the gun and you fire, and it's like instead of like a regular muzzle spark, it's kind of like a purple energy blast. And you shoot, and coming up through the creature, everyone sees like purple energy, guts, and just pus and blood and stuff just exploding up on the ceiling in the back of the wall behind it, as there's like a hole created, and the creature looks very upset as it spits you out, Perseus, within an immediate distance of the creature.
As he spits me out, I'll scream victoriously.
As you see the purple energy fading from the shot in the wound, as it starts to seal up and the mouth is kind of recovering. Jack. The skeleton just cut you.
Jack.
And Perseus just got shot out of the mouth after a purple blast of energy came out the back of its head.
He's going to attack the skeleton. Failing.
The skeleton lazily brings up his shield, blocking your cane. Oda.
And that's
I move forward. How far away am I now?
Well, that depends if you're moving 10 feet and shooting or moving 50 feet as your turn.
All the way.
Alright. Well, that's all you can do. You won't be able to use an action.
Okay, that's it. I get closer to the thing.
So you were about 90, so 50. You're about 30 feet away from it.
it's
And 20 feet away from Perseus.
Use his gun.
really quickly. It's an action to activate your dilation, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Oda just fired the one shot, and he assumes it. It's like all guns have one shot, obviously.
yeah, he's from the matchline.
Oda. I mean, no, Johnny.
Just shove another bullet down the chamber barrel.
So to Oda, all guns have one shots. To Perseus, all guns are imbued with dragons and are therefore unlimited.
Johnny's gonna continue scrabbling backwards.
All right. You see your companions starting to gain some ground. One of them is spit out. The other one is shooting, running. The other one is engaging with a skeleton. He looks like he's getting cut a bit, but you may or may not be starting to regain your senses as this creature...
He's still not sure what's real and what's not.
This creature rears back with its blobby form and slides forward a little bit, munching down onto Perseus as you need to make a defense roll.
Gotcha. Not again.
It chomps down onto your side, scratching you and peeling flesh off as it rears back, munching onto the bits it's got and licking its weird lips with its intestine tongue as you take
I do have a
another...
question. Does the shield help any with defense rolls or?
It probably should, but I
Because
don't think
I have had my shield equipped this entire time.
Yeah, I hate to say, until I look at it further, it's probably just thematic,
Flavor.
because armor
Gotcha.
is the main thing, And
Right.
anyway, but
I'll
you're
look
wearing
for it.
you're not wearing armor. You said.
Well, I said I was wearing my shield, but that's the only thing. So my shield and helmet were the only two things I was wearing.
Okay. Well, it bites the side of your body, missing your helmet, so you take another 4 points of damage.
Gotcha.
And then the skeleton here continues to attack Jack. As it slashes at you again, it seems to be doing good, so it's just going to keep trying. It's drawing blood. Oh. I'll let you kill this thing as a counterattack. With your
Yeah,
major
as a-
effect, unless you want to do something completely different.
What can I do with a major effect? That's the real question.
Well, I mean, whatever you can convince me of. You could move like a long distance. You could instantly kill the thing. You could make a attack on the creature. I don't know. Be creative.
Would a major attack allow me to
Major effect.
A, yeah, kill this skeleton, and B, try to wing my knife at the big creature?
No, it's too much.
All right,
You
then
can
I'll
kill the
just throw
skeleton for
overkill.
sure.
Yeah, as he swings, and I'll catch it with the handle of my cane,
Oh,
and
dope.
then spin the sword around and just decapitate him with his own sword.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. He wavers and then falls back, the bones falling away from their sockets and gear falling flat. Perseus.
Yes, Perseus will try to bang on his back and upside down and everything. And also definitely try to get. He'll stand up. And just start blasting. And so, anyways, I just started firing. So yes, I'll point the gun at the creature and pull the trigger.
Blam! Attack roll. Speed with the ranged attack. How fast can you pull the trigger?
Let me find out. Not 20.
Okay, so you can either do an additional 4 points of damage, or you can... Oh, god damn it. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Or you can do a major effect.
What type of major effect would I be able to do against said creature?
Major effect... Major, minor effects, additional. Minor effect. Major effect. Major effect happens when a player rolls a natural 20. Climber gets up the steep slope in half the time. Jumper lands with such panache that others are impressed and possibly intimidated. Defender makes a free attack on a foe, which is what Law just did. Either the GM or the player can come up with a possible major effect, but both must agree. As with minor effects, don't spend a lot of time on it, or you can just do 4 additional points of damage. Disarm, foe drops an object. Impair, the rest of combat, all the tasks the foe attempts are hindered. Knocked down, the foe is knocked prone. Stun, the foe loses its next action. Those are ideas.
Gotcha. I would like this foe to lose his tongue. No, that's a joke. I'll just do a. I'm tempted to do the lose next turn option. Yeah, I'll do that one. I'll have him lose his next turn.
Alright, this thing is barely holding itself together as it's trying to regrow its fleshy... Like, the second shot blasted even more of a chunk off it, and it's trying to regrow, and it looks weaker as it's spending all its focus and energy. Shield counts as an asset to speed defense. Okay, that makes sense.
And
That
yeah,
makes sense.
that's what Perseus would.
That's
uses.
good. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so yes, it's spending its next turn to recover itself. Jack.
Jack seem
Knowing that it is injured, is going to try to make a speed roll to run up and slash at it.
Gotta roll a 12.
And can or can't apply it?
You can. What's
I
your
will
what's your
apply effort.
speed? What's your speed edge?
0.
Oh, never mind. So it takes 3 points.
Oh, okay.
3 points out of speed to make it a 9.
I will do that.
All right. Seeing the creature. Ooh.
Damn. 3 net 20s so far.
Damn, guys.
Two in a
Okay,
row for
so you easily
bucket.
run up and automatically hit. How do you hit it, and what's your damage?
That's a +2. It's 6 damage. And I'm just gonna run up and slash at whatever its weakest point is.
All right, you run up and slash at its eye and its mouth corner as it just like the eye explodes into ooze and starts leaking, and the entire creature, it was like a weird big frog shape, but now it starts to deflate. I guess I'll wait till Arcane comes back to describe this. What are you rolling over there?
He's just trying to test his thought.
Seeing if it's broken.
The rollers are just trying to apologize. The rollers are just apologizing for session 1 and 2.
Yeah, something's wrong with my roller, I think.
Nope, not
But we're
mine.
not gonna swap it out. We're gonna leave it.
Those are pretty high. Jesus.
My turn.
Look, there's all the high rolls.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh, I just did it again on the roller. Nope.
See?
New roller. That is fucked.
Did you just do it on mine?
Mm-hmm.
No. Give me my roller back.
That is
Give
fucked.
it back.
That is fucked.
I won my roller.
It's right
Let me
here.
test it out. Let me test it out.
Oh my
Nah,
god!
it's mine.
Dude, that is something else. What the fuck?
I got you, buddy. It's okay.
Oh my god.
See?
Alright.
That was 5 net 20s in 5 minutes.
What the fuck? Alright, anyway. So, are you back, Arcane?
Re-recording it, Turbo.
Yes, I've got it recorded. I'll put that in the video for sure. That was fucking stupid. Alright. Are you back, Arcane?
I thought I heard it.
Yeah, so the shields are interesting because apparently they don't clearly state it, but it is included in a blurb about some other stuff. And they acknowledge that they forgot to put the rule in there, I guess.
That makes sense. I think, well, Ascent is really strong because it reduces the difficulty, but I think that's better because if you have heavy armor and a shield, that would be like 4 points of damage, so anything anything level 4 or lower could never hurt you, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of weird. I think it balances
Yeah.
out with the...
I think you do have to be holding it in one hand. Like, you can't just have it strapped on.
All right.
The strap is more for flavor, so that I'm able to
Yes.
use they can
Arcane, you're back.
without having to actually sit.
Yeah.
So Jack ran up and he slashed at like the corner of the mouth and busted open an eye as the eye started leaking ooze, and the entire frog-like form of this bubbling flesh monstrosity with its human-like face and mouth, freaking it just like all like the boils and stuff start popping, its pus starts flying everywhere, and it starts to deflate, and it just comes down into a puddle of ooze and blood and pus and gore as you are all left alone inside
Oh, nice.
this.
He killed it.
You're all left alone inside the first level of the Eiffel Tower. Down below, if any of you go to the hole and look, you start to see
Okay.
it looks like half a dozen. It's quickly turning into a massive amount of zombies, like filling the underneath of the Eiffel Tower where you guys were, and there was nothing. Now it's starting to turn into a crowd of zombies down below where you were.
I'll look down. Do they appear to be going towards the stairs as well?
They seem to just be shambling aimlessly in a circle down below here.
Yeah.
Maybe a handful are heading for the stair legs, but most of them are just circling around, smelling like looking around, looking up, twitching their heads.
So you said that they turned into goo, right?
Oh, it's goo.
they're, like,
Yeah, it's like
body-
bubbling pus and blood and guts and slimy everything everywhere.
Yeah.
Still
If
like
there was a
bubbling and
physical body,
popping. Disgusting.
If there's a physical body, I was just trying to shove it into the hole.
No. I mean, if you put your weapon in it, it just like sticks to it like some kind of goo and falls off.
Gotcha. I do not put my
Pieces of
weapon into
bone, maybe, but you could throw those, but...
I'll go ahead and let the gun dangle and just draw my sword again.
Do these skeletons have anything on them? Just their swords?
Swords
Right
and swords and shields.
All right.
You have 9 hours left on your wrist devices.
That's oh no, man! Gotta get out of here. Let's go.
These people better give us a break once we're done with this one.
I don't think that's happening.
Or
Are
at
you
least-
there? Are you real? Josh, just like poke you in the chest, Perseus.
Yes, I'm real. What were those mushrooms you put into? You should lay off those mushrooms. You seem to be having some weird effects on you.
I think it's the shrooms.
Well, you did say that you put the shrooms in the wine earlier.
No, he knows.
Yes.
He's just saying, I don't think it was the shrooms, man.
Gotcha.
Jack's gonna blend back into the shadows.
You can make another speed stealth roll if you want.
I'm
Sure.
just going to rub the side like a bit.
Or intellect, but...
Damn it! You had to just replace my roller.
You missed it, Arcane.
Didn't even matter, apparently.
Between me, Turbo, and Law, we rolled like 10 nat 20s.
There's all my luck for the year.
Right? Do not go to the casinos, you will lose your money now.
Alright, in the four corners of this room, there are more stairwells leading up.
Well, let's go see who's this. Oh wait, by the way, did Johnny inform us that there's like a dark lord that he kept talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go see what this dark lord's all about. Hopefully when we go back to this time station, they have some like medics or something to heal us. Actually,
look, being too
hopefully
good
they
at
have some
conditions.
priests. Hopefully they have some priests to provide aid for us. Because there's no medics in versus the timeline, but there is priests and paladins.
Oh, man, paladins.
Well, there should be priests that could offer healing, though.
As you guys go up to one of the stairwells,
Yes.
Yeah.
you make your
Johnny
way...
would not be in the front.
Perseus leaves the front to Oda this time as he rubs his new wounds.
Johnny's gonna pull out his knife and just jab at anything that seems odd.
Actually, yeah, Perseus will continue holding front line then, as he prepares his sword and shield for any other encounters, as well as making sure not to grab any more weird intestines.
Alright, as you all climb up the stairs, you come to a glass-walled stairway. You can look out in all directions of the city as you're walking up the stairway, out the glass walls. Down below you see just mist, but you see the medieval city of Paris in every direction. And as you're making your way up this level, you see bats flying around on the outside. And they just fly in circles around the tower. But soon they seem to be following you, as they're circling around on the outside of the glass area as you're making your way up. Suddenly,
Notice
a few of them start to go up against the glass, making a thud, and twitching uncontrollably with its wings, biting wildly. And then a few more start to do it. More and more bats approach. As suddenly, many bats at the level you are, probably about here or so, smash into the glass, starting to splinter
God,
and shatter it.
Faster.
Yes, let us run as Perseus runs.
All right, you all hurriedly run up to the next level, up the stairway. The bats down below. There's a doorway. As you're almost there, down below, you hear a glass shatter as you just see all kinds of bats swarming inside the lower stairway, making their way up to where you guys are. As all of you need to make a speed roll to make it into the next level before the bats come and get you.
I could think I've said I'm using my shield.
I'm cursed.
Curse of the roller.
So if I'm hindered, I have to.
No, that's just for effort rolls, and
Oh,
you
okay,
ignore
okay.
special rolls, so you're fine.
Good thing I said beforehand that I had my shield sorted out.
You still have your
That's
might and your speed, so you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So Johnny, already horrified, runs all the way up and runs into the room. Perseus, it's eased for you because you are really fast, but unfortunately you get caught up, and the bats are faster than you. Assume. Jack, you're in the back, so you get caught up as the bats start swarming on you. Oda, you need to make a speed roll to see if you can get up into the next level before the bats get to you.
Yeah. That's only defense, though. It's not all speed checks.
Oda, speed roll. All right. All three of you take 3 points of damage as the bats bite at you, sweat around you, but you're able to get into the next level as Johnny shuts the door behind you, as you hear the thudding of bats and their squeaking and squalling. You all feel the itching of all their bites, perhaps even a few dead ones coming out from under your trench coat and your cloaks and your armor. But you're safe now, inside a completely dark room as the door is shut, and there is absolutely no light in here.
It starts with your might. You're now hindered. Then it goes to your speed, yeah.
Yeah, I have 7 speed as well. 7 speed pull left as well. That's why that Perseus really is really hoping for some uprage.
You hear you feel the eerie coldness of this dark, empty room. You can hear the squeaking and the squalling of the bats outside the door that Johnny just shut.
Johnny will light up his lighter.
A tiny, tiny light from a lighter around Johnny.
Look, Perseus, magic. I summon flame.
But I summoned flame earlier as well. Remember that torch?
Deeper inside the room, just barely, you think you can see some kind of metal door of shining steel reflecting off your lighter light.
Quick, this ain't gotta go long. It's getting hot. So he starts shaking his hand a little bit.
Well, let's go to this door.
You get closer, and it's 2 shiny steel doors inside a doorway. To the right is some kind of console with 1 button up and 1 button down.
What is this strange stuff? What is it? What are these strange doors? I see no grip. How do you open them?
Stick your blade between. Push. Like a lever.
To think for a minute, shrug his shoulders, and then try doing that exactly.
You push your sword in. Shing! Might check.
Alright, I am now enamored as well, or whatever it is.
Impaired.
Impaired.
So you
Impaired,
can't you can't apply any effort. You just have to roll.
So,
All right. So Perseus puts his sword in between the metal doors. But he is tired. He is weakened. The door does not budge.
Come on, strong man. You're the one that's supposed to be stronger than all of us.
My hands getting
Johnny,
hot.
Johnny, you
Hurry.
recognize this as an elevator.
Is that in the mail?
A modern elevator.
Try
I wish
pushing
someone
the.
was hitting bits
Pre-
earlier.
Press up on those circles.
Ding. As Jack will just press a circle.
You press the circle with the up button. You stand there for a while. Suddenly, you hear a ding, and the doors open. To a light.
Something about this doesn't seem right. Johnny puts the light out and blows on his fingers as they're burning.
Your burning fingers are put at ease as you see LED lights under a glass-covered ceiling inside this metal box as the doors open.
I'm pretty sure those shouldn't be here. Not. I really must have skipped this or slept through this part of my history class.
This is all new to me. What is this strange box?
Right.
Hurry, get inside before the bats get us.
Very well. I'll step inside this strange metal box.
Who steps inside the strange metal box, similar to the thing you went down into the mine with?
Johnny will walk in.
As will I.
Oda
I
enters.
will follow.
Jack follows all four of you. The doors remain open.
Johnny will push the button.
Yeah, sure. Suddenly, you push the up. All you see are two buttons. One says B and the other says T. The B's on the bottom and the T's on the top.
Well, soon we're going to the T.
You hit the T. And after a moment, the doors shut closed, and you're all locked inside the elevator. Slowly, you feel yourselves moving. Similar to the elevator in the mine. As you ascend. Oh my god, 1 second. That's genius. The doors shut.
Do not be lulled by the music. This is still a dangerous situation.
The four of you stand inside this well-lit elevator. You feel the you feel yourself moving. You're not really sure what's going on, but you feel yourselves moving up inside this very nice metal box, and you hear this very pleasant music playing.
Johnny's gonna pull out another joint and light it up, hotboxing everyone.
If we weren't supposed to fight some Dark Lord, I would have actually enjoyed this
Did I already?
experience.
Did Oda already try that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do a little more.
Johnny's
Oda
passing
extends his
What a
hand,
great time for this.
waiting for the pass.
Perseus will also wait his turn, as he has also tried it before.
What?
Yeah, the three of us have shared a bunch previously.
out. Come, Jack. It'll help relax your nerves before the fight.
No.
Jack crosses his arms as the elevator continues to rise up. Smoke filling the elevator.
After my buff, I'll hand it back. After a few buffs from Perseus, I'll hand it back to Johnny, doing a full circle. Or triangle.
The doors open.
We have like pretty much legal cannabis.
Everyone coughing. The smoke just billows out of the elevator door. You all coughing, presumably. Maybe not Jack. And as you're all standing there coughing, eyes burning perhaps, you see through the smoke a circular level with open windows, and you can see in a 360 degree all of medieval Paris. The sun is setting in the distance beyond the mist, beyond the darkness of the city, and standing there with his back to you, staring into a black stone. A man in black robes. He turns around. You all think you can hear whispers coming from the dark stone as he looks at it, eyes open wide, and then he shakes his head looking at you as he turns around. It was said you would come. I'm afraid your time journey ends here, friends.
Perseus and Johnny are eating chips.
Granola.
He makes a sniffing noise with his nose. What is that smell? It is not the blood of my tower. What herbs do you bring into my citadel?
Hey, wait, hey, how about this? Instead of us all fighting to the death and whatnot, why don't you try some of these herbs?
There's
They relax you.
Johnny's
It's called reefers.
He squints it. He narrows his eyes at all of you, unamused.
It'll calm the nerves and everything.
And with the power of cannabis, we will defeat you.
You all standing in the elevator saying all of this as the smoke is billowing out?
Johnny's coming out.
All right, Johnny walks out.
Yeah, we'll step out with my beer ready.
Perseus will step out as well.
Johnny's gonna look at his compass. Does it point at the guy?
It's pointing at that black stone and that he was just whispering to, and it was whispering back to him.
I think we're gonna need that.
He tucks it away inside his robes.
Oh, this will take some herbs for that rock.
If you're so fond of smoke, perhaps you'll like this. He maneuvers his hands as a poison cloud of fog appears around all of you. As you all need to make might defense rolls and then speed rolls for initiative.
Question. Me and Johnny are still wearing masks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they provide?
Oh, that's an asset for sure. That's an asset for sure. If you're wearing the plague masks, you've got an asset. Oh, that's a good roll.
Yep, and
Regardless, I know.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's
shit.
20.
Very good.
Smoke. I like mine better.
All right.
Eight.
Shit.
Okay, and then you said speed checks for initiative.
Yeah, hang on. Let everyone roll their mites first. All right, Jack, you start coughing on the poisonous cloud of dark energy as all of your attacks are hindered. For the combat. Oda, you need to make a might roll against this poisonous dark cloud of fog that just appeared that he summoned. Johnny, your lungs are so
Malformed.
Acclimated.
so used to the smoke that it does not affect you. You are unaffected, and you can also move or do something if you want to. Perseus, you also have the will to push on, and you do not let the smoke bother you.
Yep.
Johnny's
But
gonna
you stay
move
there.
towards the guy with his dagger in his hand.
All right, he's
not sure if this
he's
guy's-
about a short distance away, but I'll let you straight up walk right up to him if you want to. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you
he's
can.
going to die.
All right, you pull out the dagger and you move straight towards this guy. Oda, I need you to make your might defense roll against this smoke poison stuff he made emit in front of the elevator.
Arcane.
Wait, what's that? Sorry.
A might defense roll.
You need to make a might defense roll. He summoned like a poisonous cloud of smoke.
Oh no.
All right, all your attacks are hindered for this combat.
No, the smoke demons.
All right,
They go
now
to-
everyone roll initiative for the combat. Johnny was able to ignore the smoke and walk straight up to the necromancer with a dagger. The rest of you are coughing and stumbling outside the elevator shaft.
Wait, I'm also coughing. I thought you said I was fine.
No, you're
Arcane.
sorry. You're good. These two are.
Arcane should probably roll again. We rolled at the same time.
Thank you. Let's
15 on mine.
16. And I'm trained.
And you're trained, so it would. Oh, you're definitely good. And then
I rolled an 18.
very good. Then Johnny is still. He was slightly focused for a second, but he's still fucked up. And then I'll let that beat him as Johnny. No, sorry, Perseus.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Jack, you're coughing,
I am.
but
Uh,
you see the necromancer standing there casting spells with his hands, and Johnny's right next to him with a dagger. He's 50 feet away from you.
I'm gonna use Terrifying Presence, which is you convince one intelligent target of what level is he?
He's
Level 3.
he's 5, so
5. Alright. I can choose to use effort to increase the maximum level of the target. So I'd have to increase it by 2 because it's already at level 3. I have an edge of, what would I use for that? Intellect? Yeah. So I have 1 edge in intellect already, and I have 2 effort. So do I just subtract whatever from my intellect pool to use it?
it says you have to use intellect points to use
Yeah, 2 plus intellect points.
2 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use your edge on that, so you can take away
Okay.
your. This is an intellect ability.
Yes.
Then you can take away your intellect edge to however much it costs.
I have 1 edge, so I'm gonna use that, and then I would have to use 2 intellect.
Okay. And
And
you're
I'm gonna use.
intimidating him.
Yes, I am terrified. So he's paralyzed with fear. He's either paralyzed with fear, runs away, or takes some other action appropriate to the circumstance.
Okay.
So yeah. And it is a full action. However, the entire time I have to stay there and just not do anything while I'm talking and convincing him that I am his deepest fear.
Okay, this is what happens. Johnny walks up to him with a dagger. He's looking at Johnny, but then he looks at Jack, and he sees in Jack a very, very dark soul. An actually bad person. A very, very evil person. So he's kind of like, he's mixed between respect and fear and awe as he like looks at Jack and just slowly backs up about 5 feet, and his eyes are wide like, what the fuck? And Oda, your turn. Right. Yes, because you can take your intellect edge away from the point cost.
Yeah. That's all right. Learning the system.
Yep.
Yep.
Oda, your turn. He's 50 feet away from you. He's scared of Jack.
I move toward him.
All right, you use your turn to walk up to him with your spear.
Yeah.
Very good. Perseus.
Yes. I I walk up casually to him, wielding my sword and shield. Did I see which part of his robe he stuffed the black orb?
The left side.
I would like to use my sword to slash at that spot
Okay. Very good. Make your attack roll.
to try to make the orb fall out of his pocket, making sure no more teleporting shenanigans go on.
Sure. That might make sense to you.
A 12.
You slash, and you cut a bit of his robes, but it doesn't open up the place he's holding the orb in as he rears back, holding his robes closely.
As a that would be.
Hey, are you using... do you still have your active...
Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And that's the attack one?
Yeah, it's attack one. Yeah, which is reduces.
Yeah.
it by 2.
Okay. So you do, in fact, slice the lower part of the left side of his robe, cutting his robes and revealing just like his under cloak, tunic, pants thing on the left side. And as you do so, that entire bit of fabric falls and the Darkstone rolls out of it. But that's the end of your turn.
Gotcha.
As we go to the Necromancer, who drops down on his stomach on top of the Darkstone, and he is football like dogpiling the stone with it underneath him, and that's his entire turn. As we go to Johnny, he's prone now with his back up, hunched over the Darkstone, holding it like a football player in a dog pile.
Johnny's going to leap on him and attempt to grapple him, like in his arms, grab his arms behind him. So
You're gonna try and grab his arms and keep him from grabbing the stone.
yeah.
Okay, that's a might roll for sure. Unfortunately, he you try to grab his arms and maneuver them back, but he's really trying, and he pulls his arms forward and he continues to hold it as you're just on his back, trying to grapple on him.
All right.
Round 2, Jack.
It does not say that it is a continuous thing, so Jack is going to unmask himself to show who he truly is, because surely he knows who he is. And you said he's a short distance?
50
he's
feet,
50
so yeah. You'll either have to make a
Jack
speed
is-
roll, or you can move your movement to get up to him.
Yeah, Jack's just going to rush 50 feet right up into his face and stare him down.
Okay.
His face is currently on the floor.
He's trying not to look at you. As you can see, he's hurtling over the Darkstone that Perseus cut down from his robes. So Oda, Johnny is right next to you, staring into the Necromancer, who's hunkering down over the Darkstone. Johnny's on his back with the dagger. Perseus is right up there. With his sword ready. What do you do, Oda?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just see if I can stab this.
All right, you're still coughing from the smoke he created, so it's going to be an 18 for you to hit.
No.
Unless-
Well, let's give some effort here.
All right, so you would probably want to use might, so it doesn't cost you extra from your
So that
speed.
cost me 2 points.
Arcane,
What do I need now?
So now you need to roll.
You do have
a
the
15.
offensive time diver. I would like to say
Hang on. Stop. What was that, Turbo?
He is right, but I'll say, so right now, because of the smoke he magically casted, you're hindered, so you'd have to roll an 18. If you applied effort, it would be a 15. But what Crimson is saying, that Cypher you got, the attack one, right? You got the attack Cypher? If you
yes,
use
yeah.
that, it lowers all attacks by 2. So it would be 15.
And it's a one-shot thing, right?
It lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, let's use.
Well, that'll be your turn to touch your wrist device and make that activate.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you.
Well, we'll have to in this. I do that first.
Okay. You see how intense this fight is and the necessity for it. So you remember that those people back in the future place that are making you do all of this, they gave you something, and you look at your wrist device and you touch it, boom, and you activate your what's it called? Time dilation, offensive. Very good. All right, that's your turn, Perseus.
Yes. Perseus will, saying that his plan isn't working exactly to fruition, he'll just look down at the necromancer and using, grasping his sword with both hands, he'll shove down towards like the necromancer's chest area.
Attack roll.
Yep.
Johnny is on his back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, an area that Johnny is not currently covering, then it's like his neck, I guess.
You try, but being cautious about Johnny, you stab down into more of his robes and pierce them against the ground. You do not damage him. As the necromancer. All of you roll. Actually, no. Let's see. Jack, roll me a d6.
Sure.
Appearing
2.
out of the corners of the room, 2 skeletons.
I'm glad he didn't all high.
The skeletons shamble up. One of them attacks Jack. The other one attacks Perseus. Both of you make defense rolls.
Alright. And would it be speed or might?
That's a problem.
Oh no. You had to take your roller too.
I know, right? It's all Turbo's fault.
All right, Perseus, you get slashed for 2 damage. Oh, wait, you're not wearing... Wait. Still no good. All right, you get slashed for 4 damage.
Oh, shoot. I'm not looking hot.
Jack, you also get slashed for 4 damage, as even another one comes out of a random closet in the room. Johnny, your turn.
Johnny really doesn't like violence, but he's kind of not thinking straight right now, so he will stab at this guy.
You stab down, but you're doing your best just to stay on his back as he's kicking you off, trying to do his best, wrestling with you. Jack, your turn.
Jack is going to see the second one appear and swing at it, trying to hit it with his cane sword.
How do you kill it?
Just swing forcefully enough to disconnect the head from its body as it just tumbles down the Eiffel Tower.
It does so. Oda,
And then, yeah.
the necromancer, is trying to knock Johnny off his back. He summons skeletons with his offhand. He's still trying to hold the stone. There's 2 skeletons near your party.
I attack the necromancer
Very good.
with effort.
You activated your thing too. All right, you solidly strike in. What are you using?
A spear.
2 hands, 6 damage. You very much stab into him as he... Obviously, you hurt him. He is very much in pain. Not bloodied yet, but the first damage on him. As he struggles to hold on to the stone. Perseus.
Perseus will, realizing that this is the guy that's just released these 2 skeletons, so he must be the one that's keeping them around, so he'll attempt to attack the necromancer again. Try to avoid Johnny still. 14.
You stab into his cloak, thinking you cut him, but once again... Wait,
Well, even
you have the active, okay, so, alright.
Yeah.
You stab into the cloak, dodging Johnny, and you pierce through into his flesh with your one-handed sword.
Yes.
All right. He is extremely bloodied now as you pierce him and pull the blade out, blood flying. Ah! He falls flat as Johnny, you kind of lay flat, spreading across his back as he's still on top of the stone. Ah! Blood spits out of his mouth.
Also keeping the skeleton back with my offhand shield.
He slowly raises his hand. Ah! Arcane, roll a d6.
Oh shoot.
5 more skeletons appear. And the skeletons, 2 of them attack Oda. Make 2 defense rolls, Oda. Alright, you get slashed once for 2 damage. Johnny, make a defense roll.
Yes, I am.
Eased by 2 with your dilation.
Yep.
Very good. This one slices right over you as you're struggling with the other one. Perseus, make 2 defense rolls.
Very well. I might die here. 17 and 15.
The skeletons attack you, but you block both times as you realize they're summoned. You parry, block with your shield. The other 2 attack Jack. Jack, 2 defense rolls.
Oh, Lord. Alrighty. $18 and 10.
You dodge one of their attacks as they lazily come down, but you're not prepared for the one that just appeared behind you as it stabs you in the back. 4 damage.
Alright.
And then, Johnny, your turn.
Johnny will continue trying to stab at this guy. Not really knowing what's to do anymore, as he is not thinking straight in his mind still.
You stab down into the necromancer, but you just pierce the cloak as you pull it down, as the cloak is almost all the way off him as you guys have slashed it and cut it. But you do miss him himself. Jack, your turn.
Jack is going to whirl around and, with no heed, just slice down at the necromancer as well.
Very good. Your attack is hindered from the smoke you inhaled. You're going to need to roll an 18.
Harder. Oof.
I'll make it a 15 because he's scared from you. Because of your ability.
Yeah, it's not
You
good enough.
slash down, sparking against the floor of this level of the Eiffel Tower. Oda, the necromancer, is bloodied, holding onto the stone. You slice down, you stab with the spear, piercing his cloak. No good. Perseus.
Alright. I will go ahead and just stab him. Just try to stab him again. Keep in mind of the skeletons. And that's 20.
How do you kill the necromancer?
As Johnny struggles with his knife and his ethics, I see a spot of. I see a clear opening of the necromancer's neck, as I will just make a quick cleave of it, separating the body from the head.
You cleave the neck. As the body goes limp, the head rolls. The skeletons, they twitch, and they crumble down into bone. As all you can hear now is the storm outside the Eiffel Tower.
Jack's gonna pick up the dark stone.
You pick up the dark stone. Jack, make an intelligence roll.
Wait, but doesn't Jack Ripper have gloves, though? Would that help him any against the stone?
No.
Oh, you know what? I have to make an intelligence roll anyway.
Oh,
I passed.
Before he starts stabbing us.
Nat 20
Wow.
for yours, 18 for mine.
Alright, so you pull up, you pick up the stone, And as you touch it, you feel a warm sensation all over. You feel power, and you hear a voice whispering to you, drawing you near. As you look into the stone, you see total darkness, temptation, power, greatness. But you quickly look away as you put it away on your person with your
Let's
nat
get
20.
out of here.
I am powerful.
Yes, we're all powerful. Let's just get the hell back to this woman. I hope she better have some way to heal us.
I don't think they have much of anything. They're under attack. As Johnny slaps his recall button on his...
Zounp.
Yeah. As I also slap mine.
I want that guy's
Zounp.
staff. As he'll press his button as well.
You can take his
Yeah.
staff.
Oh, I'll take his staff. Fuck yeah.
You mean after all, Perseus took some random dude's gun.
You pick up the staff and jump and hit your button. Oda, do you hit your button?
Oh, yes.
Wow. All four of you. Return. To the future.
Back to the future.
Da, 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 da.
Copyright trademark.
Too bad we don't have any DeLoreans around here.
I just want the train.
We need to go 80 miles an hour. Oh wait, speaking of train, a train's passing me now.
You all disappear from France in the 1300s and appear back in 2460, Aurora Dawn.
This hurts.
You all break through the portal, vroom, stepping back into the future. Dr. Vega Sinclair looks over the console. Did you recover the stone this time?
Yes.
Yes.
This strange man in the Eiffel Tower.
Yes,
Oh,
there was much time dilation happening. The tower should not have been there. But it seems that the time stones and the time-space continuum are fluctuating to an unpredictable manner. I'm afraid it will be unusual, the things that you discover, and they may be out of place.
Yeah, speaking of unusual, is there any way that you could heal us?
There's no time! The cavern shakes. Beep,
If
beep,
we
beep.
go back in our current conditions, some of us will die.
I'll see if I can give you more time in the next zone, but you must quickly. You must pick another one and continue on.
Fine,
3?
Let's go to let's at least go to the place that has the least amount of advancements.
To Philadelphia.
No, I was
3.
talking about Atlantis. Number 6.
Fuck you, we're going to Philadelphia.
Number 6 would be least advanced.
We do not know this.
All right, I'm going to increase the time by 6 hours. That's all I can afford. 1781,
That's fine with me.
Philadelphia. The portal just disappears and then reignites into the swirling energy. Go quickly! Dust falls from the ceiling.
Perseus mumbles under his breath.
Some of you look back in the door. There's a tiny crack in the door, and one of these agents puts his gun through, pew, and shoots a laser bolt. And then he goes back and pew, sparks fly all over that hole in the doorway as you all disappear back into the portal to 1781, Philadelphia, and the 13 colonies of Great Britain. And that's where our next session will be.